Now this is Sims Urban Oasis. We're heading into this mega project, nice size volume project right opposite towards the Aljunied MRT station. 3-bedroom grand model with a loft ceiling. Almost and that gives you additional furniture loft deck that you can enjoy with a family. And follow Propertylimbrothers for this Sims Urban Oasis home tour. So welcome to Sims Urban Oasis, and today we're going to explore this top floor unit. And this is a 3-bedroom grand model, and there are only less than 0.5% of this particular model type within the entire Sims Urban Oasis. So this project was completed in 2017, 1,024 units, one of the most anticipated projects when it was being launched. We have 6 blocks, 8 towers. On top of the 1,024 units, you also have 6 commercial shops here, plus 1 childcare center, and that means that if you have young toddlers at home, you can just bring them downstairs. That's going to be so convenient for you. This entire project was developed by GuocoLand, and when this was launched, it's done with 4 beautiful themes. Now, primarily from suites, deluxe, loft, and to the grand model. This is only about 400 meters from the Aljunied MRT station, and all of us know that the green MRT line is one of the most popular lines because this was one of the first one that connects you directly towards the city center. And guess what? You're only 3 stations from Bugis MRT. You're also only within 4 stations towards the City Hall MRT interchange, and later we're going to talk a little bit more about the location potential. Let me show you a little bit about this home first, and then we head on to the specifics. So this is a 1324 square feet layout. You have 3 beautiful bedrooms as well as a dry and wet kitchen, add-on utility room, and that's a distinct feature of the grand model. All in all, this renovation was just done about 3 years back. Owners probably close to about $100,000 to $110,000 with loads of cabinetry and storage in mind, yet keeping the space very sizable and very functional. On top of that, the grand model, when it was being developed by GuocoLand, the top floor units were given premium finishings. For example, these are beautiful marble floorings that has been given. Once you head on to the bedroom, it's done with beautiful timber strips with the 4.361 meter ceiling height, which only the top floor units at level 18 and level 19 has.
Shining bright, my friends are in the club, we'll go all night. I see you in the back.
If we look at the entire distribution chart, the 2-bedders has about 30% out of the entire 1024 units. 1 beds and 3 beds, they are at about 20%, and 4-bedders, they are at about 7.6%. But in terms of the 3-bedders, you only have 3 different layouts to choose from. One is a 3-bedroom suite, which is a very small population right here in terms of density. And then lastly, you have the 3-bedroom deluxe model, and then you have 3-bedroom dual key, and last but not least, you have the grand model. So let's have a look at the deluxe and grand model just to have a look at the key differentiation. So both models gives you a dry and wet kitchen, but if you notice, the grand model is slightly different in the sense that all the bedrooms are fronting towards the front, together with the landscape mode of the living and dining space with this nice wide balcony fronting towards the pool facing. And on top of that, the key difference is that the grand model gives you a utility room, and this utility room is pretty distinct because out of most new developments in recent years, utility rooms usually they don't have a huge window per se, but this layout right in Sims Urban, that utility room, you can utilize that as study room. If not, if you have a live-in helper, that's a great room as well because the windows are huge. So if you're going for a 3+ utility, then go for the grand model, because out of the grand model, there are only 6 stacks for you to select, and they're only located at towers 16 and 18. If you're looking for the 3-bed grand model at the top floor, there are only 6 of them that gives you the 4.36 meter ceiling height, and you get this loft ceiling in the living, dining, as well as the master rooms.
I'm staring through your window, looking up at the stars, up at the stars.
Now let's come on to the balcony space. Now the balcony space proportion is definitely done well. With the zip track that has already been done, I think what you can do is that you can shift your entire dining space right onto the balcony area. Currently, of course, our owners kept it bare and they use it mainly with a 2 movable storage on the left and right hand side. If you were to pull up the entire zip, you'll notice that because you have 4.36 meters of ceiling height, the sky looks pretty huge. When you sit in the living area and you look up, It looks pretty panoramic from here. Something to note when you select a unit in the entire project, you always want to hunt for the biggest unit because you want to see how the architect and developer has designed and distributed the unit in terms of its facing. So let's have a look at Sims Urban Oasis. Predominantly because you have 5 different facings. One of the first facing will be fronting towards the Pan Island Expressway, and usually from developers' point of view, they usually will give the smallest unit on facings that are not as premium, of course, as the quieter facing. So you will notice that quieter facing units are usually large size units, for example towards the internal facing and not towards the exterior facing. But naturally, when you select a project, there are pros and cons with every different kinds of unit. So as you can see, 4 bedrooms are largely overlooking towards the pool view. Important thing is that the 3-bedroom grand models, out of the 6 stacks, they are all facing towards the pool view as well. So this stack X62, it gives you an internal pool facing. That is the same facing throughout for your 3 bedrooms as well.
You keep calling me when you're lonely inside. Though I made it clear I don't care.
As you head on to the living room area, the moment you come in, you have this entire row of a very tall shoe cabinet. Let me just open up for you. So you have an entire row right here. So you have this additional row as well. So it will definitely serve your entire family need. Because of the fact that you have 4.36 meters in terms of ceiling height, they have done an entire library all the way to the top. And this can be accessed through a very nice ladder that has been designed, that's being stored right now in the master room. So that same ladder allows you to access different parts of the loft storage right onto the top. Even the sides are done very nicely with beautiful cabinetry, so you can store in your umbrellas. And then of course there are a lot of storage at the bottom, even around to the base. So this is currently mounting I think a 55 inch. I think definitely can still go up to 65 inch. So let's flip on to the other side. So on this side of the loft ceiling, they have also done up nice display glass cabinets on top so you can display all your trophies. Let's look at the dry kitchen. So Guoco has given bloom hinges on most of the hinges right here. So as you can see, bloom quality, very long lasting. So Electrolux fridge and oven has given. Kitchen space is very functional top. Now this enclosed kitchen gives you by default 2 huge ventilation windows, which is very good. Then you have a sliding glass panel. So you can come in, and if you notice, this nice U-shaped kitchen has a lot of storage that's already pre-planned. Right at the top and the bottom, you have 3 burners, Electrolux with cooker hood hob, microwave being tucked right here, a Bosch microwave. We also like the fact that you don't face directly towards your neighbor's kitchen, so you do have some privacy right here. Oh, before I forgot, the maintenance fee right here is very decent because of the fact that this is a 1024 square feet density, which is a very healthy density in terms of volume transactions. So we think that density here is perfect. If you notice about this direction is that the moment you head down, because you're at the center block, you have great accessibility to all facilities. Sims Urban comes with a full-on tennis court, 3 pools, you have a sky terrace deck, barbecue pits, and surprisingly there are lots of lawn space for you to bring your dogs down. You can bring your kids down for a walk, let them run around. There are a lot of sun decks as well for you to enjoy the pool over the weekend. Gym is in great size. Clubhouse, function rooms, security is 24 hours, loads of visitor parking lots and basement parking throughout. So when you drive down, you feel as if like you're entering into a luxury condo kind of feel. We also think that in terms of facility zone, it's done in a very safe manner because no cars can access throughout the entire level 1 deck. Facility zone is sort of like elevated upwards. Before we head into the bedrooms, we want to study a little bit about the future price potential right here. So if you're aiming for Sims Urban Oasis, right beside Penrose is doing very well and it's almost at about 88%. And you also have Antares, which is about 800 meters away, and that's towards the Rarity MRT station. That is going to be completed at the tail end of 2022. That's at about 94% sold out status. So let's have a look at these 2 new launch and in terms of the pricing performance. Now Penrose is a project that has about 500 odd units, also developed by Guoco. Average per square foot that has been transacted transacted right now is about $1,700 per square foot. Antares is doing close to about $1,800 per square foot averagely. Once this project's TOP, because let's bring out the 4 boxes on how price movement usually affects one another. So usually it starts on with the government land sales, and when it has been successfully bidded by developers, they will launch it, and we call this the new launch pricing. So Penrose 1,700 odd, Antares 1,800 odd, and then when this project's TOP, and once the owners hit their seller stamp duty status and they want to sell upon TOP or maybe 1 to 2 years after TOP, for the first-hand owners, they will then put it in the resale market, and we call this TOP projects. Largely, most of the time, they want to put up with at least a $200 per square foot differential from the price that they first bought at the show flat. If that happens, these 2 projects will likely be in the resale market in a couple of years' time, close to in the range of about $1,900 to $2,100 per square foot. That will affect the current resale projects within the vicinity, and one of them is Sims Urban Oasis, which is currently doing at a range of about $1,600 odd per square foot for most of the large size unit. So this property right here is asking at 2.18 million, 1,646 per square foot. Currently, in terms of entry price, vis-a-vis what might happen a couple of years time, we think that there's a nice disparity which creates then a safe entry benchmark, especially if you're looking for something that's hassle-free, renovated, you want to move in straight on. Let's move on and have a look at the bedroom. So once you head towards the bedroom corridor, on my right hand side, this is the utility room that we've been talking about. So as you can see, there are 2 huge panel windows. So this can be a helper's room. You can put in a Murphy's bed, you can put in a pull down right now, and it's already been designed as a study room. So I think fantastic in terms of working from home. And this is currently housing your washer cum dryer. So I think a lot of different usage right here. Now alternatively, if you want to put in your washer cum dryer right at the balcony area, that is also doable because you have a nice sized balcony. This also gives you a sliding panel door. They have also done up this pull down version for clothes drying, so that will be left behind for you in case you want to reconvert this back to a full-on utility room. Right across, that is your first bedroom. Now this bedroom is a little bit like a junior master, so that is extremely convenient if, let's say, your parents, your old folks are living together with you, and then this is a little bit like a Jack and Jill version as well. That's doubling up as a common bathroom. Let me just open that up for you so you can visualize that. So as you can see, it acts like a common bath, done in a nice manner where you have huge ventilation windows, huge mirrors, storage behind the mirror, open storage as well, and very nicely maintained. So currently it's fitted with a single bed with a pull-out at the bottom, dual function, dual usage, and then you have a study table right here. We like the fact that cabinetry is done with a curvy portion right here, so it doesn't have to worry if you have young kids at home. You also have invisible grills done on the left and right panel, storage at the top, good for your books as well. Wardrobe is tucked right behind the door line, and owners has pumped up the cabinetry all the way to the ceiling for extra storage space for your linens. Also, if you want to upgrade this to a queen bed, you have ample space to do so. Now the third bedroom is done in a nice pinkish format as well, and that's now being used as one of the children's room. So of course, if you want to remod that, there are some ideas that you can explore right here. So let's say you want to redesign the third bedroom. What you can do is basically to put on a new set of wallpapers or resplash the entire wall colors with a new coat of paint. Alright, so welcome to the master, and this is definitely one of the key highlights. So just have a look at the furniture deck that has already been done. Now this was invested by the current owners, and they have designed a version whereby you have your private wardrobe right at the top. So just have a look at this ceiling height, because it's 4.36 meters. That allows you to capitalize and utilize this portion right there, making it pretty like a nice little boutique right here. Currently it's being done with a king bed, a nice bed headrest over here, 2 side tables customized fully, and that gives you plug points, even like an internet router point as well, for you to do work while you're sitting here on your bed. And we like the fact that even this bed, there's bottom storage that's being done. If you notice, this is the staircase that we'll be talking about. Functional and a lot of different usage, because you can use this for your master room loft area. You can also use this for your living room bookcase storage that's right all the way to the top of the ceiling. Even this part here, just have a look. It's a very nice 4-panel sliding storage space at the top, 2-panel display right in the middle that allows you to put in all your best soft toys collection right there. I'm going to bring you upstairs. I've been to a lot of lofts before, but this loft is different in the sense that even when I'm standing here, full height at 1.8 meters, my height, I still have this allowance at the top. And you have your own private 3-panel wardrobe right here, sliding door fashion. You also have your nice collection right here for all your handbags. Alright, and I need to show the ensuite, and ensuite is huge. I would say it's larger than a common. You have a full panel ventilation window right behind the door, standing shower right here with marble wall right as your backing, and rain shower of course is given to the master ensuite behind the mirror storage space as well as bottom, all in good condition. Basically, you just need to move in straight off your luggage. This is done in a very neutral tone. I think in terms of neutrality, you can just mix and match with different kinds of furniture to suit your personal taste. Now in terms of OCR, RCR and CCR, usually families that love to live in the RCR area, they want to be in close proximity towards the city, but yet they do not want to live in the city. Perhaps they want a nice mixed balance of having that home feeling, but yet having not too huge of a density in terms of population towards the city area. A lot of people also realize that Aljunied is in such a prime zoning right here because you're just in between two huge master plans that's ongoing for the next 10 to 15 years. The first one will be Paya Lebar Central, which has already been ferociously being developed over the years because right now there's PLQ Mall combination with Park Place residences that are now doing at about $1,800 to $2,000 per square feet for some of these residential units right there. You also have the newly revamped SingPost Center plus the SingPost Mall. All this conjunction with Paya Lebar MRT station, which is an interchange for the East-West line and Circle line, and that connects you straight on towards the city area. You move towards the other side, closer towards city, you have Kallang Master Plan that's also ongoing for the next 10 to 15 years. And most importantly, if you travel downward, you're in such close proximity towards Nico Highway, National Stadium and Kallang Wave Mall. And then if you go further down, that brings you towards Fort Road and of course towards the East Coast Belt. So Aljunied is in a very nice traveling mode in terms of connectivity towards the city area. And right across that's Geylang Methodist Primary and Secondary School. They're all within a kilometers from you. And if you drive, that takes you about 3 minutes towards Paya Lebar Central. If you walk across, that takes you about 4 minutes towards Aljunied MRT station. So I think when your kids are coming home, that's also very convenient right there, even if they head on towards tertiary education.
Drinking all the cheap wine all night, acting stupid but it feels so right.
Now the next part that we want to talk about is the Rarity Effect. Now Rarity Effect happens when you head on and purchase something within a development in terms of its rarest units form. Some of the rarest units will be the ground floor units because there are only so many ground floors across the 8 different towers. The next category will be the top floor loft units because there are also such limited density in terms of the top floor loft units. There are only so many 18 and 19 levels across the 8 towers. So now it's time to compare the price difference between a normal 3-bedroom grand versus a 3-bedroom top floor unit because the size difference is about 290 square feet. So let's have a look at the 1033 square feet 3-bedroom grand unit. Some of the units right now they're asking in the range of about $1.8 to $1.85 million, and then for this unit right here that we are standing in, this is asking for $2.18 million for 1324 square feet with about $100,000 renovation being pumped into it. So when we look at the price difference, that's close to about $300,000 in terms of price difference, sure, giving you the additional 290 square feet in terms of the high ceiling loft space, and that loft space is not totally gone because you get the premium loft storage area right in the living room area, and that's already been pre-done for you in the $100,000 renovation. You also get the additional furniture deck that gives you the additional wardrobe space within your master room and the dressing table area upstairs. And most importantly, you're buying into something that is rare, and loft lovers that love to live in the top floor, they will definitely be hunting this kind of product in future when you want to offload them in the resale market. So last but not least, thank you for staying with us throughout this home tour at Urban Oasis. If you love to live in a loft living kind of unit, top floor, 3-bedroom, project that's ready to move in and renovated, this might be the one for you. Give us a call, and our numbers to our listing managers are right down below, and also full information right on our landing page with photographs, virtual tours, as well as the entire home tour on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Do catch us on our channels. Thank you for staying true with us. My name is Melvin Lim, and as always, happy to show the place. Take care.